Hello, everyone. I've chosen to go with topic number two to create a hazing policy. And so, immediately, the first thing that I would include in the hazing policy is the university's stance and the anti-hazing approach, and letting them know that any teacher involvement, student involvement, administrator involvement, letting them know the disciplinary actions and how we are anti-hazing university. Next would be the hazing definition itself. So that can be any act that degrades or humiliates or endorses mental, physical, or emotional safety of a student, or I'm sorry, endangers the mental, physical, or emotional safety of a student for the purpose of initiation, affiliation with an organization. So, according to the article Hazing in Sports, there's three types of hazing. There's subtle hazing, there's harassment hazing, and then there's bodily harm hazing. And so, with subtle hazing, that's more of a power imbalance. So, veterans calling out rookies or calling rookies um, different different names, verbal abuse, and then also having rookies do something like bring Wingstop to road games every week. And it brought me back to an example with Des Bryant when he first was a rookie here, and he was catching a lot of heat for not carrying Roy Williams' shoulder pads. And basically, he said that he didn't condone hazing. He didn't condone it in college, and he doesn't condone it in the NFL. And he was brought here to be a football player. And what's kind of unique is with that story is fast forward to now, Dez is the leader among the wide receivers, and he doesn't condone it, and he treats every teammate equally, no matter if you're a first round pick or if you're an undrafted free agent. So I thought that was a pretty cool story to go right there. The second, harassment hazing, that can include an act causing emotional or physical discomfort. So that's forcing the teammate to wear ridiculous clothes or perform a skit in front of the team. Or if you're keeping a teammate or keeping someone up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or waking them up at 4 o'clock in the morning to perform a chore, that's harassment hazing. Lastly, but probably the one that we see the most is bodily harm. That's a form of action that may cause physical punishment, which can be someone being paddled or kicked or punched or just beaten in general, or having them perform or pretend to perform a sexual act. Binge drinking, of course, making someone drink until they pass out. All of this is a form of hazing. Next on the hazing policy, I would have the state law, which would include, for example, the state of Texas, a Class B misdemeanor, or subject to jail time or a $5,000 fine. And then lastly, just have different ways where hazing can be reported. So anonymous call, provide a 1-800 number there, and then also provide different web links to where students can go and verify if they have participated in hazing, um, and letting them know that the hazing can be reported to any coach or teacher, administrator, and then that they're protected under our retaliation policy. So we want to encourage those who have witnessed it or participated in hazing to come forward and go to their leaders, so that we can investigate and take the proper action. In reading an article about hazing in collegiate and school sports, it revealed that 80% of college athletes experienced hazing, and this was out of 350,000 athletes that were surveyed. 80% of them said that they've experienced hazing, and and what I found interesting in the article is that they wanted to, in terms of creating effective strategies, not only just a policy, but to create team building, was to promote respect and dignity, promote pride and integrity. And then also what I liked was empowering team captains. So encouraging them to have others speak up, and encouraging the team captains to work with the coaches to help design additional guidelines outside of the hazing policy. So I thought that was different, and something that could be an additional source to the hazing policy. So I look forward to hearing everyone else's responses, and I hope you all have a great day.